is that they don't set a boundary of morality or behavior. Like, you should behave this way. So
Wait, you think
if you
Democrats
don't,
don't put a standard on
is there
behavior?
is there anything in your life where you would not have worked as hard, or you wouldn't have restricted your content if there weren't boundaries set up that pushed you to work harder, or boundary or things set up that restricted you, that made you think about what you were going to do. So say you're
What?
you're making say you're making a comment, and you know that the mods are conservative. So you're not going to say something especially conservative because they're more likely to ban you or something. So what I'm saying is that I think Democrats are they're less strict, especially Democrat judges, about punishing criminals. So it's less strict. So if you don't have any regulations up, if you don't have a
I'm
law.
sorry. Who did you vote for?
I did not vote because I don't think a superhero should pick a side, but I do
I'm
support
asking.
Trump. That's a difference.
You don't think a super? What the fuck? Do you think you're a superhero?
Do you see my account?
No, be a real person. Why? Who did
Okay,
you vote
this
for?
this is me as a real person. Even though I try to live by a moral standard, I will restrict my comments more if I know what the mods
Okay.
are looking for.
Who did you vote for?
I did not vote in this election.
If you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I would have voted for Trump.
Okay, and you know he's a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman that pardoned violent rioters on January 6th who beat police officers, were convicted of it, and admitted to it themselves. And yet you're telling me that we put less punishment on criminals? Dude, you support a criminal in the position of presidency, a 34 count felon that is convicted and sentenced. What? You put boundaries
Okay,
on
I,
moral behavior? He was held civilly liable of sexually abusing women. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He was best buddies with Epstein for 15 plus years. He's in the Epstein files. And you still support this guy? What do you mean he cheated on
okay,
every single one of his wives? What do you mean you put boundaries on moral behavior? What are
okay.
you
You
talking about?
You can you. I'm not saying anything you're saying is wrong, but let me put you in another scenario. So who in the world right now is leading AI and robotics advancement? Who, like, what individual person is, of anybody in the world, who's leading AI and robotics?
Don't you say Elon Musk.
That's who I would say, Elon Musk.
And he
Okay,
doesn't
no,
like Donald Trump, though.
but I'm saying, so Elon Musk is the guy that's going to be the first person to have artificially intelligent robots. Okay? They might have bulletproof technology because he's been testing that with his cars. So if Elon
This
Musk
guy,
has
this guy,
artificially
this
intelligent,
guy thinks that Elon Musk is Tony Stark, for real.
if Elon Musk has artificially intelligent robots, would you want guns to be
He's like,
legal
dude, he
for
just
people to
created
defend
Jarvis.
themselves?
He's creating Jarvis.
Would you
He's
would you
putting
rather have
Jarvis in the Iron Man suits.
Would you rather have automatic weapons in the hands of the people if Elon Musk has artificially intelligent robots?
I would probably say that there should be some sort of governmental influence to limit him from having that.
Well, Trump just made
Like
the
if
part of
he
the big
tries to if he's
bill is
trying
they
to
can't limit.
militarize AI robots, yeah, that should be limited by the government.
I think he's too powerful that nobody could stop him if he wanted to. He
You
controls
don't think the
internet just
U.S.
like
government could stop him?
I don't know.
Dude, he thinks
he's
he
connected to
literally
every
thinks he's
government.
Iron Man. Jen, think of the $5. Thank you. Garrett, think of the $10 for Superman here. Randy, thank you for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Randy. I really
So
appreciate it. Get some W's for Randy in the comment section right
is
now.
that one of the
Thank
things?
you so much, Randy. I really appreciate the $50.
Is that
Thank you
one of
so
the things
much.
you're really on? Are you big on gun control, or is that not a topic you're big on?
Uh, Malakia, thank you so much for pushing the $5. Of course, I will be live tomorrow. As well as Erica, thank you so much for the dollar. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Brian, thank you for the $10. I really appreciate it. As well as Isabella, thank you for the dollar. What was your question?
So, are you big on gun control, or that's not one of your main things?
I mean, I think gun control is good, but obviously to reasonable levels.
So, I'm I have tried to protect a Democrat city. Okay, so Similar to what you were saying about how Democrat cities have more help for homeless people.
I have a question. Do you drive a Tesla?
No, I cannot afford a
I was
Cybertruck.
just curious. Like, if anyone were to own a Tesla, I bet it would be you.
I think that would be a nice superhero vehicle if it got a paint job.
Dude,
But
stop calling yourself a superhero. That's actually really cringe.
so this is my experience trying to protect a Democrat city. So, like you said, in a Democrat city, though, they have
Wait,
more
wait.
help for
Actually,
homeless.
I have a question. What are your thoughts on the new Superman movie?
Like I watched it in IMAX, and I don't watch a lot of movies, and it really affected me. Like I loved it,
Oh, you did? Really?
and it emotionally affected me. So I know what you, if you're thinking that's I think James Gunn is a Democrat or probably a Democrat. It's very liberal in parts, like especially the war, like
Oh, you mean
they,
like him
he,
saving children?
he was talking about he was making like Gaza or Ukraine with that war scene,
You mean he was
and
protecting people from being invaded? So, dude, yeah, Superman was too woke. He was protecting people from being invaded and taken over. You know what I mean? Like, wow, dude,
so
wow, dude. What he's gone
here's
woke.
here's
Superman's gone
here's
woke.
what here's why that movie's unrealistic. In the movie, the superheroes are powerful enough to stop the invading force.
Hold up. By the way, spoilers. Don't listen, spoilers.
That wasn't a huge part. I guess it is. But so, no, Ukraine was not powerful enough to fend off Russia. And they have been able to somewhat because every country in the world is helping them. But there's a difference.
Here, I'll put my hand down when we're stopping spoilers. Go ahead.
There's not there's not there's not all powerful superheroes. There's city level superheroes who are Daredevil, Captain America, Batman type superheroes. There's
Okay,
not.
bro. You're done. Stop talking about. We're done. Stop talking about superheroes. You're done.
But do you understand what I'm saying about how it's different in real life where you cannot stop a Russia? Gaza cannot stop an Israel. Other countries could stop Israel, but a Gaza can't. The ideal is to prevent the war from starting, which is what the superheroes were doing. But I'm saying you have to do it.
You're done talking about superheroes, bro. Stop. You're done. You're done. You're done, dude. Unmute your mic. Stop talking about superheroes. Let's give a policy of why you support Donald Trump. Hello? You want to come back into the app? If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. For the 3,300 people on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. I would really appreciate that. I'd really appreciate that. We have more people on YouTube today than we have on TikTok, chat. That's a W. Can we get some W's for YouTube in the comments section? I want to see some W's for YouTube. That's amazing.
Hello?
Yeah. Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said. I didn't know. I don't even know how I got muted. But so that. So anyway, about a democratic city, it was they have more health things in that criminals move to a democratic city because the judges are less or more lenient on criminals. So you get if you look at the top
You
10
say they're
cities
more
for
lenient
murder,
on
all
criminals
Democrat.
while you voted for a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. You can't make it up here, folks.
Okay, so that particular case of the woman in the elevator 20 years ago, that is not strong enough. If they would if they would before the election, if the Epstein thing would have come out and he'd been with a 12-year-old girl or something, that would change it. But him in an elevator 20 years ago, I can't say that that's absolutely true. Okay,
You can't say it was true that he said to a 10-year-old girl that he's going to be dating her in 10 years? Is that what you're trying to say?
I saw that it was by an escalator or something. I saw that.
And do you
And
support him even though he did that?
it depends if he was joking around
Depends.
or
What does it depend on?
has he. I also believe that he has changed. So if I see that,
So he sexualized children, but he quote unquote changed. So you think that people who are pedophilic and sexualize children right, are redeemable to be president of the United States?
If they engage, if there's evidence that they engaged in it or just joked about it, that's different. If he
Yikes. So
engaged,
you think it's acceptable to make pedophilic jokes?
I've done stand-up comedy and I use some racy material, not pedophilic, but racy. So if it's joke, if it
What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? We're gonna go on to the next person. Immediately no. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Sorry. I love you.
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. Helps get it out to more people. Let's try to get to how many likes we got yesterday. I think we can try to do it today, everyone.
I think we can try to do it today, everyone.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. We have no guest requests right now, so do give it a second for people to join up. We need guest requests from Maga. Maga, join the live. If you're Maga, join the live. Let's debate. Stop being scared. Let's debate. Stop running away. How many likes are we at currently here on YouTube, everybody? I think we're at 1,600 almost. We're about 3K away from passing what we were yesterday, everyone. We have like 3 hours to do it. We need to do 1,000 each hour. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. 1,000 each hour to be able to catch up to what we were yesterday. You know what's up? How old are you?
Dean, do you prefer YouTube or TikTok?
Dean?
Oh my god, sorry, pardon.
Dean? Right now I'm preferring YouTube. I'm totally preferring YouTube. I'm not going to lie. TikTok bans me all the time. YouTube shorts are even sending out my shorts more than even TikTok is. It's fucking crazy. It's nuts. We're about to hit 200K on YouTube, which is sick. So sick. But Dean, wow. Wow. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? If you're MAGA, type in the comment section if you want to be brought up. We're waiting for some debates right now. We don't really have any new debates coming in. We should get the third account back here within like 2 hours. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
36.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
Brian, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you for the Ethos Fund. Thank you. Why do you support Donald Trump? As well as, Yo, thank you so much for the $2.
So, Clark, I have a question for you.
Diabolical. What's the reason? Yeah, what's your question?
Well, I think that you have been misrepresenting the tariffs, because I think that they actually aren't as bad as we thought they were. They didn't have as much of a negative impact on the economy as we thought they were. And we also have different ways to deal with any potential negative impacts, right? We have the interest rates from the Fed to control whether inflation raises or, if it raises. And we also have, different methods to control it. So I don't think it was as bad as originally everyone thought. It didn't lead to decrease in employment. And we're also making trade deals that benefit. Why are you typing? Are you typing? Please don't type what I'm saying.
What do you mean? I'm just making sure so I don't have to cut you off. Would you like me to cut you off instead?
No. So for those reasons, I think on his policies, it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be. And as a Trump supporter, I thought this was going to happen when he first enacted the tariffs, because in reality, what we learned is that when you throw out an astronomically high tariff and then you lower it, the stock market raises way higher than you thought it would. And so the stock market is doing really good right now.
Can I respond now?
Yeah.
So you said tariffs aren't that bad because we can control the price increases with interest rates going up. By the way,
Inflation, by the way. Sorry.
we don't want interest rates to be high because it is the case that can be harmful for loans for people who are getting loans from the federal government or getting loans in general, right? Because it is the case, or not from the federal government, getting loans in general, because it is the case that they'll be with more cost to them. Their mortgages will be more expensive. So we
But
don't
it's
like
all-
higher interest rates. It decreases the stimulation of the economy. If we have higher interest rates, it decreases aggregate demand. And you said there are different methods to control, but didn't mention the different methods to control. And then in terms of a decrease in employment, unemployment has gone up since Trump became president, along the fact that real GDP went from several quarters of growth to multiple percentage points growth in each quarter to 0.3% decline in the first quarter of 2025, along with 4 quarters of straight growth for real median wages, whereas we saw a decline in the quarter 1 2025. So, we can point to plenty of things that indicated that we're worse off because of Donald Trump. And
Well,
Sid,
first,
thank you so much for the $100 on YouTube super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Don't worry, it's good to see you, Sid. Who's some W's for Sid in the comment section right now? Good to see you, Sid.
For the 10
Good to
cents
see you.
donation.
What'd you
Thank
say?
you. The 10 cents donation. Thank you. I'm supportive. But anyway, but the
You
point
said the
I'm trying to
10
make-
cents? What'd you say?
Yeah, 10 cents donation.
They sent $100. I'm confused why you said 10 cents.
Yeah, well, hey, you got to start somewhere. But
Sid,
anyway,
thank you. I really appreciate it. Sid, some W's for Sid in the comment section right now. Thank you.
the point being is that the tariffs weren't as bad as we thought they were going to be, right? And when we say real GDP, what does that exclude from the actual GDP?
Real GDP is just GDP increase minus inflation.
Okay, well, 0.3% isn't that much, right?
0.3% decline is bad when we saw several quarters of multiple percentage points growth. We were expecting 2 to 3% growth in real GDP, but we saw a 0.3% decline.
Okay, and what about world GDP?
Why the hell is that relevant?
Well, because if world GDP goes down, U.S. GDP goes down as well, right?
Well, the world GDP, okay, you mean countries around the world didn't experience that decline?
Well, what increase did they see? Was it 0.3%?
In real GDP for the rest of the globe, I can look at it for quarter 1 2025. Global real GDP growth Q1 2025 3.2%.
All right, well, all right, well, shit. But Clark, the point I'm trying to make is that, first of all,
Are you calling me Clark Kent because I've got superhuman abilities to deconstruct your arguments?
no, that's not why. But Clark, anyway, the point I'm trying to
Okay, Lex.
Sorry. Good one. But I just don't think that it's impacting us as negatively as we thought it would, right? It's not like people aren't out of jobs to an astronomical amount, right? And it's not the worst thing so far. But I'll agree with you that maybe other areas are far worse, right? Immigration, I don't agree with that part. But on the economy, which I think most people care about most, it's kind of doing okay.
Okay, so in what way is he making the economy better? Kai, by the way, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Jessica with the $11.11. Thank you. Absolutely. Alba, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, when
As well as
when he
TBS, thank you so much for pushing the $10. Thank you.
he enacts something like a 200% tariff, you invest, right? And then because he's not going to do a 200% tariff at this point, right? And then you will make a lot of money, right? When those stocks drop, when he drops it down to 15%, right?
I don't know what you're yapping about right now. Can you repeat?
All right. When Trump claims that there's going to be 200% tariffs, right? Stocks drop, correct?
Yeah.
Right? You invest then because you know he's not going to do 200% tariffs on any country. And then
Why?
you pull out.
Why would
What?
you? Why would you know? So is he engaging in market manipulation? Is that his point? Ray, I think that $5. Thank you, Ray.
Uh, I, I guess so.
Yeah. So you think it's totally fine for a president of the United States to do market manipulation?
Uh, okay, I see where you're going with this. No, but
So if you're not okay with the president doing market manipulation, well then you clearly aren't okay with Trump doing that, right?
if you know that he's doing market manipulation,
You just said he was.
Well, all right. In a way, he is. All right. It's pretty obvious, right? He says 200% tariffs. It drops down to 50%. You invest when he says 200% tariffs. You pull out once it drops down to 15%. You would make money, right?
So if he's engaging in market manipulation and you don't want him to engage in market manipulation, why are you right now claiming it's good?
Because the economy as a whole is not. The hell was that?
Nothing.
But the the economy as a whole is not like altering, right? Because when I first saw your live, you were saying that these tariffs are going to bring massive inflation, et cetera, and we're not there. It never happened.
So again, that's because he paused the tariffs, and also we are seeing prices go back up, and that's because we saw a reduction in consumer confidence because we saw a massive decrease in real GDP, because we saw expected growth of 2 to 3%, and then it is the case that it went down by 0.3% instead of going up by that much.
Clark, how do you measure consumer confidence? What are you using?
We're referencing just like the effect on aggregate demand. I'm measuring consumer confidence by looking at what the effect is on the demand of goods and services within the economy. Does that make sense?
Sure, yeah. And how's the CPI been doing?
It's going back up, 2.7%. We were expecting it to see a decline, and the reason why we've seen it go back up is because Trump's horrible policy.
So your position is that we should keep interest rates lower?
Well, I would like for us to be able to decrease interest rates in the long run, but we can't do that as quickly because Donald Trump is imposing tariffs, which are putting upward pressure on prices.
You understand what lowering interest rates does, right? You're an economist, so you know.
Lower interest rates does put more more confidence in consumer markets.
And what else does it spur?
I'm confused what you're trying to say.
It spurs inflation, right?
It will put upward pressure on prices, yeah.
Okay. So
which we want in the long run because we don't want we don't want consumer we don't want interest rates to be higher for so long. We have interest rates higher for no reason. Or not for no reason, because we want to respond to price instability. And as long as there's not price instability, we should be able to lower the interest rates again and be fine. JDL, thank you so much for the 7 Canadian. Thank you. Are you saying you want to keep higher interest rates forever?
No, what I'm trying to say is that you guys have
Interesting.
been fear-mongering about his policies, about how it's going to increase inflation, and we have other measures to control inflation, things like controlling the interest rate, right? You can lower it, higher it. It has a massive impact, which we did not know before Donald Trump, how much of an impact it had on the economy. And now we know. So if these tariffs, first of all, he's using it as a weapon, right, to get trade deals, which benefit America, America first. And so, uh, if let's say he raises tariffs too high, and then like it causes inflation, we have a lever that we can pull, which is the interest rates, right, to reduce inflation on the country as a whole.
But you don't want to do that. That's not like something that's preferable to do. You do that given there's no alternatives. You don't do that just for fun.
But why? What is the negative impact if he just does it to
Reduces
counteract?
expected growth of the economy.
Do we even know how much by? Because that's a pretty big important factor too.
Yeah, and that's going to be evaluated by the Fed, by economists at the Fed. But we don't want to force them into those conditions.
But we don't know what those conditions would lead to. Is
Because
what
you
I'm
didn't
saying is,
study economics.
well, dude, you just said that we didn't know what it would lead to. So like, and you're an economist, so like,
I'm saying, I have a degree. But like I'm saying that like we don't specifically have the level of expertise that they have in the Federal Reserve. We don't have PhDs, right? They're going to be the ones that are going to be identifying that, not us, right? And I mean, I would have a greater ability to comparative to you, given my background. Emily, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
all right, well,
Like, what economic position does he have that you think that's good?
well, the tariffs, to be honest. I also
The
believe
tariffs
that-
don't have a good effect.
Well, they do because we're making deals, and then when the tariffs get repealed, we will be in a better position. Also, on a side note, I do believe the middle class should be paying more in taxes. I don't think they pay enough. That's a whole separate.
He wants the middle
Yeah.
class to pay more in taxes. They don't
Yeah.
pay enough. But we should decrease taxes for rich people, right?
Well, you, Clark, right? If you look at, I'm sure you admire European countries, right?
No, I'm just asking, do you want to decrease taxes on rich people?
Well, I think at the moment they pay enough.
So,
I think the middle
so
class
would you like to
only-
decrease taxes on rich people?
I would like them to stay the same that they were prior to this.
But, so instead of taxing the rich and wealthy, you should tax the middle class?
Well, middle class is the largest class, so yeah, that's where you're gonna get the most money, dude.
Actually, you get the most money from like the tax loopholes from rich people, or like increasing the capital gains rate specifically for the highest levels of income, because it makes no sense in our society to have lower levels of rates for capital investment for taxable income rather than like specifically income tax. I think that's a bit ridiculous. But like,
Well, first of all,
but also like I mean like, do you think that like Donald Trump's policy of reverse Robin Hood, taking money from the poor and giving to the rich, is a good policy? Because that harms working class Americans. Actually, wait, no, keep telling people that you support taxing the middle class, because it tells us, right, and every normal person, that like you don't give a shit about working class people, and you don't give a shit about people in need, and you're a bootlicker for corporations and for rich people.
no, dude, you went way off. You went way off. That's not what it is. Okay, first of all, I'm willing to pay more taxes. Okay, I'm middle class, or I think I am, and also like when you talk about the lower class paying more that they can't afford, they pay close to 0%, dude. They pay close to 0%. So like them paying something is more than what they're paying now. Right? When you talk about all the child credits, the
You
child.
think you think the middle class pays $0?
No, that's why I think they pay. They obviously are funding our government, just not enough.
Why not?
Why not? Because we're in a massive deficit, dude. And I know what you're gonna say.
Tax
Say,
the
oh,
rich, tax the rich.
Yeah.
Stop asking.
Yeah.
Tax the middle class. Tax the rich, you fucking weirdo.
yeah, but if you tax the rich, it won't be enough, right? It won't be enough. But if you
Okay.
tax the rich with the middle class,
Well then
I'll
you
agree with
can.
you.
Well then, if you want to tax both, right, in order to be able to bring about other different policies like Medicare
Yeah.
for all, universal health care and child care, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But that would mean that the taxes you impose on the middle class would be less than what they get out in benefits. Sharon, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it, Sharon. Thank you so much. Literally,
Well,
why
they
he
would-
should why he should support a progressive. I know, right? Heidi,
would-
thank you so
they
much
would
for
do
the
the-
$10. Thank you. Jessica, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $4.20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, and Kai, thank you so much for the $5. Yeah, the guest keeps seeing me calling me Clark Kent because I have X-ray vision through his horrible arguments.
No, that's not why. But anyway, the biggest beneficiary of that would be the middle class, right? If you're talking about Medicare for all, right? Would not middle class be the biggest beneficiary? They're the largest class, right?
The largest class. Wait, you said the middle class is a beneficiary for what reason?
Medicare for all, what you're claiming that you want, right?
Yeah, middle class is the beneficiary. Yeah, that would benefit everyone though,
Yeah, but the middle class would be the largest class that would benefit from it.
and the
And
lowest
so-
classes.
Yeah, all right, fine. But the middle class doesn't pay anything right now, so the benefit
Middle class
right now.
does pay right now. You just keep lying.
No, the lower class. I'm saying.
Okay. So
It's
wait, and I mean, do you support decreasing after tax income for the lowest quintile, for the bottom 20% of income earners, and giving that money to rich people?
No, I support tax.
No, well that's exactly what the big beautiful bill did. I just want to clarify.
Yeah, but you know what the big beautiful bill did do, or maybe not that bill, but you know what Trump did in general.
What?
You know what the tariffs did? It was essentially a tax on the middle and lower class, right?
Yeah, tariffs are a tax on the middle and lower class. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that good?
Which is what we need.
to you?
Yes, which is what we need.
Why is that
dude.
good?
Because we need that. If you want to afford these programs that you're talking about,
No,
we
you
need
don't, dude. It's a regressive tax. You don't want a regressive tax. We want a more progressive tax structure. We don't want a regressive tax structure because
But
that
we
harms
can't
middle
afford
class
those
Americans. Why do you want to tax first middle class Americans? Like, bro, you are such a fucking weird. Like, seriously, his prioritization is, yo, let's tax the middle class before we tax rich people. What? Hello?
No,
Are you okay,
no, that's
bro?
not my position. No,
Jen,
no,
think of the
that's not my
$5.
position.
Thank you.
My position is tax, or fine, tax the upper class, but also tax the middle class and lower class. Lower class, 0 to 20%, who's paying close to zero. And you know that, Parker. You're being disingenuous if you think that they pay
The middle class does
more-
pay, not zero, not even close.
close
Middle
to
class
0%.
does pay, no. And then
No,
the
I'm
idea,
talking about lower class.
and then like the idea that you're referencing that they should be paying, given that they're low class, makes no sense because the whole point of our tax structure in the very first place is to ensure that we have less inequalities. Why would you want to tax the side that has inequality issues in the first place?
Well, they're getting benefits from it, right?
Then obviously you want to give more benefits than you want to give costs, right? So why did you specifically advocate for policy that then decreased their benefits, right? And then gave that to rich people? Like, that's literally reverse Robin Hood, taking money from the poor and giving to the rich.
Because the poor have not paid at all.
Okay, so you want the bottom 20% of income earners to have higher taxes, and you want rich people to pay less. You're a
When you say higher
bootlicker.
tax-
You're a bootlicker. Seriously, dude.
When you say higher taxes, you're being disingenuous because they pay close to 0%. When you say that, you include that.
I said they have a lower after-tax income, meaning that it is the case that they, after taxes, right, have less benefits.
But include the tax credits that they also
So what you're
get.
doing is you're taking money from the poor and you're giving to the rich. That's what you're doing. Are you okay with that? Because that sounds horrible to me. That sounds inhumane, honestly.
All right, dude, I'm not like totally okay with it, but like my personal belief is that they pay a lot to our deficit, and we have other.
Say what you want.
factors
They should pay more.
What are you suggesting? Like 100% tax?
No.
But let's for a minute.
How
take
about we
that.
start with an effective tax rate of 50%?
If they were, well, we tried that, right? Didn't we try a 90% tax rate?
I'm
It
saying
didn't work.
I'm saying an effective tax rate of 50% for people who
don't know
are
what
millionaires and billionaires, and we're talking multi millionaires in the 100 million plus, right? We're talking 50 million plus. That's what I'm talking about. They should be paying 50% of their income.
What is the difference between tax rate and then effective? Like, you keep saying effective, and you're
Yeah, there's
emphasizing.
marginal tax rate and effective tax rate. The effective tax rate is after all deductions and everything you take into account, what they paid of their overall income that was taxable.
And you want to tax them 50%, and you think that'll fly?
50%. Yeah.
That's not going to fly, dude.
How so? Yeah. Oh, he has such an issue with taxing 100 millionaires, 50%. Oh my God, they only had 50 billion rather than 100 billion. Oh, they only had 100 million rather than 200 million. Oh, they can
Well,
only buy a fifth yacht this year.
Well,
Like,
guess what they're
bro.
going to do with their money? They're going to invest in political ads, and it's not going to get passed, right?
So wait, I'm sorry. Like, is that what you're concerned about?
No, what I'm concerned about is that we have programs that we can't afford, right? This is the
Yeah,
crux.
So then we should give more. We should have 50% effective tax rates for like people who make $50 million a year, right?
Yeah, but it won't pay for the programs that you want.
But it will help, right?
Sure,
Okay.
sure it would.
So then you support that, right? Tax the rich.
Tax the rich with the exclaimer of also taxing the middle class and lower class.
Okay, but if we could get a bill that would get us to tax the rich, but we did not tax the working class, would you be okay with that?
I guess it's a start. So
So you would?
it's a start.
Would you? So would you do it?
Would I vote for that person?
Like, would you support that policy?
The hell is that, dude? You did it again.
No,
Um,
it's nothing. That was an accident.
Well, some type of inside joke. I know I'm part of it. I don't like it, but I guess yeah, I guess I would. But I don't think it's enough. But I guess as a starting point, yeah, I guess I would.
Do you want me to describe to you the inside joke?
I don't know how.
It's
how,
a deer in headlights.
Okay,
Do you get it?
I think so. But explain it to me.
You don't know what's going on. You look like a deer in headlights. Like it just is essentially showing that like you don't know what the answer is to the question. Like you even brought up earlier, like Hunter Biden talking about Joe Biden being a deer in headlights.
I didn't bring that up.
Oh, that must have
What?
been the other guest, but I mean it's an inside joke. You get it?
I guess so.
Because like you were the deer in headlights.
No, I don't agree with that. But
If
anyway,
you agree that he was a deer in headlights, type 3 in the comment section. Harold, thank you for the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much for donation for your awesome work with helping with idiots. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Harold. I really appreciate the $50 on Venmo. Thank you.
I like all these twos.
There's a lot of 3s in the comment section.
Type twos in the chat if you disagree. Type 4.
Type 3 again if you think that he's a deer in headlights.
All right. All I saw was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I'm gonna go with that one. I'm not a deer in the headlights, dude. You know what I'm saying is true though about the tariffs. Like we can control it. It's not like the end of the world. and I know you agree with it as an economist.
You said, oh, we can deal with it, right? You understand that that's not good for our economy, though. That, alongside the fact that he wants to do mass deportation, right, is not good for our economy.
I agree with you on the massive deportation. I'll agree with you there because they do contribute to the economy.
Keegan,
But
thank
I
you so
won't.
much for the $5 for 3333333.
No, that was 4.
Elena, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much, Elena. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyway, the point that I disagree with you on is that, all right, you're right about the immigration standpoint. I'll give you that. They do contribute to the economy, and they don't receive benefits. I'll give you that. But at the same time, I also have to say, like, those tariffs that you say negatively impact the economy also kind of leads us to make better trade deals with other countries, right? And so those tariffs that you're talking about are temporary. Those trade deals last a lot longer. Is that fair to say?
No, because again, the trade deals we could get without threatening tariffs, especially with our allies. Why do we have to threaten allies in order to get better trade deals?
Why didn't we have those trade deals to begin with? Like, look at Ukraine, right?
Why
Now
didn't we did have trade deals? Can you actually give me the distinction of what the trade deals we had with those countries versus what we have with them after, given the tariffs implemented?
Well, Japan, right? We spent a huge deal with them.
Would you? I mean, you could just provide what was the distinction in the trade policy, given that Donald Trump has imposed tariffs. Like, was there any benefit to us?
Yeah, with Japan.
In what context? Like, what did we get?
Now we can. There's no, or at least they reduce their tariffs on imports of American cars, right? From what I knew before, we can sell our cars to Japan pretty much at all. No one would buy it.
Okay, so okay, so to clarify, we're gonna sell more cars to Japan.
Yeah, that's one part.
Okay,
I mean, you know
like
what-
how is that gonna help the average American? And by the way, I don't even know if that's specifically due to the tariffs.
More jobs, right?
Okay, you say there's more. You say more jobs. Again, can you tell me what in the particular agreement led to more jobs?
Lower tariffs equals more production of cars to be sent to be at a price where people can now afford it in Japan, which means increase in sales.
So yes, so certain American car companies might see an increase in their sales if they saw a decrease in tariffs. What was the decrease in tariffs?
I don't know the exact number, dude. I don't have a computer. Well, I should
Then go find that. Ebony, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Literally though, yeah, he thinks people living paycheck to paycheck should pay more in taxes.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, they should. They should pay more in taxes, bro. Like, dude,
Absolutely.
honestly, like millionaires and billionaires, they should be paying the same amount. They already pay a lower effective tax rate than working class people, but
They
working class
pay
people should be paying
more.
more. They don't pay enough.
Clark Kent, don't do that because they pay similar to countries that have things like universal health care. They pay almost a similar rate.
Who's that?
I don't know, fucking Norwegian. I'm thinking about the damn cruise. Norway. Like all the European countries.
Okay, repeat that. Go back to what you were saying. What about the European countries?
The top 1% pays effectively almost the same rate that they pay that the top 1% pays in the U.S.
Okay, what's that rate?
I don't know, dude. I don't have the numbers. I just know.
I don't know, man. I just said it out of my ass. I just pulled the
Well,
number right out of my ass, dude. Just like, please, bro. can you just like trust me when I say things? Like, can you stop like
No, no.
asking me for like,
I'll
dude,
give
like
you a
seriously,
source.
like, dude,
I'll give you a
like when you
source.
ask me for like sources, like
I'll
I just
give
like,
you a source,
go ahead.
and you're not gonna like it. NPR.
Okay, I'll like NPR. Why would I dislike NPR?
Well, because it's disagreeing with what you're saying, dude.
Give me the title.
Top 10 myths of the U.S. tax code. I think. Pretty sure that's what it is. By Jessica or something.
Is it debunking common myths and understandings about taxes?
No, it's on the Empire website. So
No, what's the title? I literally looked up top 10 myths of U.S. tax code NPR.
yeah. So if you go to the NPR website, it'll show you.
No, give me a title.
I just gave you it, dude.
No, you didn't.
You just Googled
What's the person's name?
top 10 Jessica something. I don't know.
This isn't a thing. You just made that up.
No, dude.
You liar.
Dude, I did not lie about this.
Do you agree with defunding NPR?
Well, they get 90% of their funding from listeners, right? I know that because I listen to them.
So do you agree with defunding NPR? Naomi, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Naomi.
I agree with it if it made impact to our deficit.
Repeat that again?
So I agree with the defunding of NPR if it makes an impact to our deficit.
Okay, so you want to defund the source you just cited.
No, Parker, I said if it makes a difference to our deficit.
It practically doesn't.
Exactly. So my answer is
Imagine,
no.
think of the 10 pounds. Thank you. Well, Trump did cut it.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I don't agree with everything he does, dude.
And PBS. He also cut the CDC, the World Health Organization, the National Institute of Health, scientists within NASA, people giving healthcare to veterans in the VA. And you support this guy?
Well, it depends on what aspect we're looking at, right? And I'm looking at the economy, right? Because that's what people care most about. People don't care about NPR or PBS.
And what about the economy?
Well, the fact that these deals are going to bring jobs.
If what?
These deals are going to bring jobs.
They didn't. They
They're
haven't given us anything. Again, you have to specifically give us an analysis of what we would get specifically just from the tariffs in the very first place. You're not providing that. And I think this is the biggest issue with your position is that it's unverifiable information that you're using as a basis to justify why you support Donald Trump in terms of it bringing back jobs when unemployment has gone up since Trump got in presidency. Real GDP and real median wages have gone down.
I'll give you another source. Okay. One that you liberals love. Okay. And that the tariffs are working, and that source is CNN.
What's the title?
I don't know. Something like
You can't say where the road goes.
dude, I don't have a computer. Why do? But like, it's not open. But like, there is an article on CNN about how the tariffs are.
Somewhere on CNN you'll find something on the source. Just trust me, bro.
No, it's not. Trust me, bro, dude. It's there, dude. I just don't know the name of the article. Okay. If I had
me,
known,
bro.
I would have came.
Please trust me, bro.
Look, okay. My base point is that I agree with increasing taxes on the rich.
Tax.
Also,
You also want to tax people who are living paycheck to paycheck?
is that middle class?
Like I'm
Or
talking like the bottom 20% of income earners. You're totally okay with taxing them into bankruptcy, right?
I am, but as an olive branch, how about we just
He
do
said. He said.
middle
He
class?
said I'm okay with that, but
But how about we just do middle class and upper class for now, and then
yeah. And so instead of supporting Donald Trump, who clearly has cut the benefits for the bottom 20% of income earners and gave money to millionaires and billionaires, right? You should probably support people who are trying to get him out of office. You should probably support the impeachment of him. Mojo, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much.
I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but
Well, I just say you stop supporting him. How about that? We'll start with that. Can we compromise on that one?
well, my compromise is, dude, there's no party that I can support that runs on reducing the deficit because it's not a winning argument, dude. So like, I'm stuck between
The
a rock and a
Kamala
hard
Harris
place.
and Joe Biden would have reduced the deficit more than the Trump administration by
They would
trillions of
have increased
dollars.
it less, is what you're saying.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, but still, there's no
Wait,
party
wait, wait, isn't
that
that preferable? Isn't it going to be lower at the end of the day?
no, because we're still faced with the same
Yes, it
problem,
is.
dude. We're still faced with the same problem, which is an increasing deficit. And in reality, if you want to
An increasing
decrease it,
deficit, but you want to increase the deficit at a lower rate, correct?
yeah, but Parker, if there was
Yeah, so
someone
then
running,
obviously you'd support the more fiscally responsible candidate, which was Kamala Harris in this context.
no, I didn't say yeah to agree with you. I said just
You
yeah,
should have.
like, well, Parker, the point being, if someone was running on reducing the deficit and cutting spending primarily on the programs that you like,
Christian,
you
thank you for the
wouldn't.
$5. I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't see that. I'm so sorry. And Austin, thank you for the $3 for 3333333333333.
And so forth. But point being is that you wouldn't be up here supporting anyone who ran on decreasing the deficit. You wouldn't, because you'd be yapping
I'm
and yelling
supporting
about.
Kamala Harris, and one of the good reasons to support her as well is that she's also more fiscally responsible than
All
Trump.
right, but
So if
she's
that's the reason why you support Donald Trump, well, then that's not a good reason to support Donald Trump. It would actually mean that you support Kamala Harris.
no, because she never came on TV and said, "Hey, I'm going to reduce the deficit." She never said that.
Wait, I have a question. Did Japan previously have a tariff on the United States in terms of their cars?
I think
Can you give
so.
me any
Yeah.
evidence that Japan had a tariff on U.S. cars prior to the Donald Trump imposing the tariffs? John, thank you for the member subscription for 3 months. Thank you.
No, I just what I hear in the news, dude. No, I
It's just
can't.
what you heard on the news. What news do you watch?
All of it,
Like,
like Fox, CNN,
can you
NPR.
name one CNN host?
Yeah, Wolf Blitzer.
Okay.
And Andy. No,
You watch
the guy
Fox
with
News? I bet you listen and you like Fox News, right?
I listen to it all.
But do you like Fox News the most?
No, I listen to all to get all perspectives.
So you don't like Fox News? What's your favorite?
My favorite? I don't have a favorite. I would say if there was a center NPR,
If they all disagreed with each other, which one would you believe?
I would listen to all of them, and then what all of them are saying, I would agree. Like I would listen. I would believe if there's a common theme between all of them.
No, they all disagree with each other. Which one do you believe?
I would say not CNN, definitely not NBC. I would probably say, reluctantly, I would say NPR.
Okay.
But I also
I
understand.
thought
their
you were going to
bias.
say Fox Entertainment.
No, I'm not going to say. I know that's what you wanted me to say, but no, because it would delegitimize my argument. I'm sure.
Oh, only because it would delegitimize the argument.
Well, that's part of it. Sure.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about, Arad?
No, thanks for having me up, dude. All right.
Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. Let's try to get up to 3,000 likes, everybody. I think right now, in terms of the likes, let me check what we're at right now. Right now, we are at about 2,000 likes, everyone. We're about 2,000. Let's try to get to 3,000, everyone. Let's go. We got this. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, 20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, sir.
What's your birth year?
04.
And what month?
December.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
Because he made the country more patriotic.
How do you make the country more patriotic?
He gave pride to the people, man. Flew the flag, sang the anthem.
So he made the country more patriotic by calling for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, by denying our rule of law, our court system, our democratic values, right? Immigration.
Immigration?
Yeah.
No, what I mean is that in a divided country, he attempted to unify it.
Okay. And how did he unify it in any way?
He unified it by reminding us that we all live under the flag. We're not a divided country. We're not multiple countries in one. We're one country, and this country provided for us, and we must respect
I feel
it.
less patriotic now that he's president than I did prior.
Why is that?
Because he's a worse candidate. He's a horrible person, and he's embarrassing on the world stage.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that America is the best country in the world?
In some ways, not in others.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, I
Well,
probably
what's the
wouldn't
others?
say so. I wouldn't say that America's the best country in the world right now. Definitely not.
What's better than America?
What's better? I practically, like most Scandinavian countries or countries in Europe, are practically, yeah. I mean, a lot of countries around the world. I would just say, given that the Trump administration is in the Oval Office.
So you support increased tax rates because in those countries it's higher than America.
Totally.
For which class? Upper, lower?
Well, if I would be okay with it for everyone if it is a case that it leads to better overall conditions, right? Like more benefits to the working class or people in need rather than taxes imposed on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you suppose that we get it from the 1 percentile?
Oh, absolutely.
What would a good percent be for you?
We could start with an effective tax rate of 50%. For
50% across the board, not state by state?
No, I'm specifically saying for like those who make, let's say over $10 million a year.
$10 million a year. And do you believe that imposing this will cause said millionaires to emigrate out of the country to countries with 0% tax rates?
Why wouldn't they do that now?
Because they'll lose a lot of money to taxes. And if they want to keep their money...
What do you mean? Wait, you said
then they'll
wait.
immigrate.
They pay taxes right now. They could get 0% in another country. Why don't they leave now?
Because they're enjoying the benefits of the lower tax rates. Because those countries...
What do you mean? What do you mean? The lower tax rate, 0 is lower than any tax rate they pay in the United States.
No, I meant current lower taxes. They enjoy the benefits. Bigger schools, better infrastructure.
Okay, so bigger schools, better infrastructure outweighs the higher taxes. Okay, well that's exactly what I was saying.
No, but 50%, that's a bit out of hand.
Not
'Cause
really. Emily, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Emily, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Emily.
You know the country with the highest amount of millionaires leaving it?
What country?
United Kingdom.
And what's your source?
I don't have a source off the top of my head. I don't have a device in front of me. Just want to chat. And I believe that they're moving to the United Arab Emirates.
And I'm waiting.
So what
for
do
a
you think that
source.
is?
I'm waiting for a sourse.
I can't tell you a source because if I go out,
then I'm
Apple
not
kick
going to
me-
operate on things that you have no evidence to be true.
Okay, that's fair, but 50% is
By
still
the way,
too much for them,
50% on every dollar over $10 million is not diabolical. That's actually totally fair.
including state tax or just federal.
I think that should be federal.
Federal.
Yes.
So California, like 13% should be added to that.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with it. Do you make over 10 million?
No, what the fuck?
How can you speak on behalf of those people then?
I don't have to make 10 million to say that you should pay that much on over 10 million.
But how come for something
wait. Do you make $10,000 a year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much you make?
No, I make more than 10,000, but
Okay, so you don't make 10,000. So how could you say what the tax rate should be for someone who makes 10,000? How could you say what the
Someone
tax
who makes-
rate should be for someone who makes 20,000 if you don't make 20,000 or 30,000 or 40,000 or whatever number isn't the particular income that you have? Do you realize how ridiculous that is?
no, I think it should be the low brackets, man. Under 50K, under 100K should be lower brackets.
You think they should be lower in taxes? You mean?
Yeah.
How do we?
So
Fund,
the less you have,
how do we fund that? We fund that by increasing taxes on people who are rich. So what's
increasing
wrong
taxes.
with what's wrong with
how about if they move out of the country? How are we going to tax them?
What do you mean?
How about if they move out?
What?
Because it's a bit ignorant to think that they won't move out of the country if you increase the taxes.
Why don't they move out right now?
Because it's not 50%.
Okay, but they're willing to pay more right now than they would be paying in a different country.
Why are people from California moving to Texas? Lower taxes.
Why'd the population of California increase?
A lot of reasons, but a lot of immigrants going there as well.
Okay, well, that's
And
fine.
it has a net
So-
population, man.
so,
It's
okay.
not increasing. Show me your source on that. It has a net population.
It's
Same inflow and
It's
outflow.
increased since 2019.
By how much?
Does that matter?
Yeah. Because if it's like 100K, then it's not a big increase.
Why?
Because that's kind of like a net population, man.
So it has. There's like almost 40
You're just saying
there's almost 40 million people that live there.
Yeah, 40 million people, but it's not the fastest growing state, is it?
Sure, but like it still grows more than practically any other state you can reference.
Yeah, but total growth, it has to be proportionate. You can't just say total number. It has a bigger land mass. It has more natural resources.
How about we
more
reference
jobs.
GDP then?
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about that one, buddy.
Okay, GDP, buddy, fair. How about Florida, Texas?
Yeah, they have worse GDP.
Worse GDP, less population though. How about per
Even
capita?
they have worse GDP per capita.
Why is that? Cost of living.
Wait, what do you mean? It's not just cost of living. It's because why is cost of living higher in those areas?
In California?
Because more people want to live there.
More people want to live in. Okay. Yeah,
yes, more
fair
people
enough,
want to live in
but-
California than Florida. Sucks to suck, buddy.
Okay, more people want to live in California than Florida.
Absolutely, even given the higher
Why is
tax
the
rates.
why is the population percentage of Florida growing faster there?
Wait, why is there a lower population? Lower
'Cause the
sustained
state-
population over time. Let's check Florida's
Because the
population.
land mass of the state is less.
What's Florida's population? They're 23 million.
And what's the land mass compared to California? It's less.
So
They can't accompany that many people in the place.
but wait, so then why are the prices lower?
In Florida?
Mhm.
Because minimum wage is lower.
Because less people want to live there.
That is not the case, man.
That is absolutely the case.
So you're telling me
wait, let's hold up. If you would prefer to live in California or Florida, right? Type either or in the comment section. Type either California or Florida in the comment section. Watch this.
Okay, so Parker, you're telling me that no one wants to live in Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale. You're telling me those cities are in Florida, highly desirable. one of
Look
the
at this.
highest markets in
Whoa,
the
look
country.
at this. Oh, California all day. California all day. And by the way, I live in California. California is beautiful. California is amazing. The weather is unbeatable, right? You cannot beat
The
California
weather is good. I agree with you, Parker. But the politics, the taxes, not too much. The middle class is suffering out there.
Hey, I'm willing to live here even given that, right? And actually, I totally agree with the level of taxation.
You agree with so you agree with the second highest state income tax.
Yeah, I just think it is the case that we need to be effectively spending our money right in better ways in some instances, but I don't dispute the level of taxation.
So why is California losing a lot of millionaires to red states, to 0% income tax states?
Because they're selfish.
They're selfish?
Yeah.
You just said because they don't want to live there. Now you're saying they're selfish. So which or?
Well, I'm saying I'm giving you certain examples of some people that have left. Others haven't left. Some are selfish and greedy
haven't.
and have gone to 0% interest states. All right, probably because it is the case that they don't think that there's something they're benefiting with California, but that's all them. Because I think that we're benefiting here. And also, if they want to leave, sure, that's better.
It's better?
Yeah, fuck them. They're probably some MAGA shithead.
So you're calling like millionaires funding through taxes the schools of California? I'm
saying the millionaires that are going to Florida or 0% income tax states, right, from California are probably MAGA shitheads that I'd actually be happier if they left the state anyway.
So you're happier with California having lower money?
I'm happier with California having less MAGA shitheads, yeah.
Less MAGA shitheads, but also less money going to schools, hospitals.
By the way, we're fine.
You're fine?
Yeah, we're totally good.
I don't know, man. I don't think California's really fine. I think you're biased.
Really? We have the best GDP, like, you want a reference? Like, we were number 4 GDP in the fucking world.
Okay. So, that's because of those so-called billionaires you call selfish, man.
Oh, no.
Silicon Valley.
I didn't call all billionaires selfish. I called billionaires specifically that want to go to 0% income tax states because they want to leave California because California taxes are too high.
Wait, so if they're contributing to the GDP, how? I don't understand what you're talking about because those guys. Silicon Valley.
By the way, like for example, if they want to leave California, they can lose out on the entire market. Market will go to someone else. Someone else will become a billionaire.
So you're okay with the billionaires in California?
Well, if the billionaires leave, someone else will show up and become a billionaire. because it is the case that they will show up in the same market that the other person left from. California has an unbelievably great market for business.
Why is that?
Because it's very, very high consumer confidence.
You know, I can't cite the source on this, but the number one state to own a small business, I think, is Utah or Wyoming. So why is California not on that list?
Will you repeat that one more time?
So there was this ranking, I can't tell you the source, but it said that Utah or Wyoming is the best state to operate a small business in.
I'm not going to accept a random bullshit claim like that.
All right. How's this? Next live, I'll come. All the sources.
I'll wait.
You'll wait? Fair enough. California's.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream for the 3.5 thousand people in the YouTube stream. I'd really appreciate if you like the stream right now. I think we have, let's see, 2,000 likes. Let's try to get to 3,000. Yo, what's up? How old are you? We're at 2,000, everyone. We're at, 2 hours, 46 minutes into the stream? Or about halfway into the stream. I think I'll probably do around 5 hours today. So, we're having trouble getting people in the guest, so make sure to send a guest request right now if you're MAGA. We're waiting for some debates, everybody. If you're MAGA, put in the guest box, put in the comment section right now if you're MAGA. I think here in about an hour or so, we'll get my third account back. Dale, thank you so much for the $15. California all the way, I know, right? Let's see what time I get it back. Alrighty. Let me check. Serendipity, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I know, right? That's also true. Let me see. What time I get it back? I think I get it back here at 8:41. So here in about an hour. I get it back here in an hour, chat. Alrighty. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're MAGA, type in the comment section right now and we'll bring you up. If you're MAGA, type in the comment section right now and we'll bring you up. If you're on TikTok, by the way. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Push the galaxy. Thank you. Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
I got a question pertaining to Iran and the attack on there, because some people may disagree with it, some people may agree. And you said your stance is you feel like Iran shouldn't have a nuclear weapon?
I mean, I don't think countries in general should have a nuclear weapon. But when it comes to Iran, I don't think that the U.S. should like bomb them to prevent them from getting a nuclear weapon. I think that they should do so through negotiation if we can.
But don't we prioritize them as like a sovereign country? So they should be able to like determine if it's in their best interest to have a nuke or not?
I'm not. So I'm confused what you're trying to say. Like, I don't believe that the U.S. should be involved in a like anything relating to, like, direct war with Iran. But I think that the U.S. should, by negotiation, try to bring about peace in the
Yeah,
region.
I guess I only bring it up because you be referencing like the Iranian nuclear deal and how that was a good thing and
Yeah.
how it was bad that Trump pulled out of it.
Yes.
But in the same breath, you're saying like we should determine if they have nukes or not because it was
That's what
good.
the nuclear peace agreement is. Yeah.
It shouldn't be no agreement though. They should have their own. We should stay out of it though completely and let them develop whatever they want.
Are you actually a Trump supporter?
I just wanted your stance on that and it to be concise.
So yeah, okay, but like, why are you coming up on my live when I explicitly am looking for Trump supporters?
Because I feel like that's a question needed to be answered.
Okay, well, I just want to ask you this question: do you think that there are plenty of people in the comment section that have questions that they think that they would like to answer as well?
Hold on. Hold on. You can.
A genuine question. Do you think that like people in the comment section, thousands of other people in the comment section, have things they want answered as well? So wouldn't that justify everyone coming up who doesn't actually disagree with the live?
Hello.
Okay. All right. Boundaries, everyone, please boundaries. Please boundaries. Just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Are you on YouTube too? Yes, I am on YouTube. We actually have more people over on the YouTube page than we have over here on TikTok. But I can't even get my third account back until here for a second. So we're kind of stuck without really many debates. Sapia, thank you so much. I appreciate the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sapia. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
Oh, I am 21.
And do you support Donald Trump?
21, sir. Oh, yes, I do. I love him.
For sure. Let me say thank you to some people real quick, and then I'll make sure to get on to the debate with you real quick. Fun, thank you so much for the $2. Appreciate it. House, thank you so much for the $2. Serendipity, thank you for the $5. Papa, thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. Jocelyn, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Jeannie, Jeannie, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Emily with the $20. Thank you so much. House, I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. As well as Mojo, thank you so much for the 10 pounds. Thank you. And Naomi with the $20. Thank you. Jeff with the $10. It's Christian with the $10 as well. Thank you. Alrighty. So why do you support Donald Trump?
Oh, I support him because I think that he helps make our country better economically, safer, and also I like his programs to make our country safe from all the immigrants.
And
mainly the illegal ones. If you're here legally, I don't have a problem. But the illegal ones.
Okay. So, you said he makes our country safer. Did he make our country safer by like pardoning violent rioters who beat police officers, admitted to it, and were convicted of it?
I wouldn't say that he wrote off allowing it to happen. I would say that it was more of a slip through. More like a slip through a crack than him allowing it.
What, he pardoned them, dude?
No, I wouldn't say pardon them.
What? He literally did pardon them.
I feel like that's not true.
You want to bet?
Let's see. Can we see some evidence of this?
Yeah. Do you want to bet?
Oh, I'm not gonna bet here because I don't know.
Well,
I don't believe in online betting. I'll go to the casino.
You don't believe in online. Okay, so you clearly know that you're wrong here. So
No, I think
I'll
I'm
give you an
right.
example. DJ Rodriguez specifically drove a stun gun into the neck of a police officer. That's a specific example. He was
Where was this
pardoned
at?
by Donald Trump. There's also another guy that stomped on a police officer's head. Do you want that guy pardoned?
There's no evidence of this.
Yes, there is. They admitted to it, were convicted of it themselves. The jury indicated to this.
Were the police officers assaulting them?
The police officers were assaulted by them.
Did the police officers start it?
No, not in this context.
Interesting. Were they real police officers or were they fake?
They were clearly real police officers. Why would you even ask that
These-
question?
Are you sure they weren't dressed up? I feel like they could have been dressed up, possibly.
Really? So then why didn't the court cases indicate that?
Because the court cases probably didn't really care enough.
Okay, you're just trolling. Get off my live.
I'm right. That's just why you're upset.
There's no way they're real. I choose not to believe that they're real. Ton, thank you so much for pushing the $10. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. All right, give it a second for people to join up. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream for the 3.4 thousand people. Like this stream, like the stream. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Matt, think of the 3 Canadian. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's get the next person up here. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, yeah, you're...
Fetus. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We have like almost no guest requests. So if you're MAGA, send a guest request right now if you want to debate. If you're MAGA, send a guest request right now if you want to debate. I wish I had my main account chat. Oh, this is so brutal. This is so brutal. Alrighty, let's try to get the next person up here. Do give it a second for people to join up. If you're MAGA, send a guest request right now. If you have any questions, you can ask me as well. Everyone, I'm trying to get someone up here. I do apologize. Sometimes it takes a second. For some reason, it's been happening like this because I've been banned on all my accounts. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, Mad Science, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you, thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Alrighty, only again, send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Libby with $100 on YouTube Super Chat for Maga is just as in fear to debate you as Charlie Kirk. Thank you so much, Libby. Can we get some W's for Libby in the comment section for that fucking $100? Thank you so much. Mad Science with the $5. Thank you so much. Libby, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. W's for Libby in the comment section right now. W's for Libby. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh, I'm 21. Yes, sir, I do, my man.
Why do you support Donald Trump?
Because he's amazing.
Why is he amazing?
I mean, look at the prices. Look at how much better things have been since he's got into office. When you got a guy like Joe Biden running things, did you see what was happening? The BLM was out of control. Everyone was literally going bankrupt because of these prices, and you couldn't even go to the grocery store without having to pay your left fucking ball sack. Like, it was awful. Now we have the best economy, we have the best military, and we are obviously still on top of healthcare and school systems. And you can look all this up on Chat GPT, that Oxford.
Okay,
You
stop,
can do
stop,
anything.
stop, stop. Cringe. So you said prices. Prices have gone from 3% inflation to 2.7% inflation, meaning that the prices are higher now than what they were when Biden was in office. That's one thing. So you say you were paying less
That's
back.
incorrect as well.
Yeah, prices are higher. Inflation is the rate of increase in pricing. If inflation has happened under every quarter under the Trump
No,
administration,
inflation is money. Did you know that, pal?
Can you define inflation?
Money.
Are you trolling?
How is that trolling? It's what it is, bro. Are you like a dumb fuck?
Dude, inflation is the rate of increase in prices.
No, the inflation is the rate of money prices.
Get off my live, you fucking rage baiter.
This dude's an idiot.
Yeah, I'm terribly dumb, dude. That's all me, Chad, yeah. I don't know what's going on. Inflation is money. Jolish, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you. It's crazy. Crazy. Let's wait for someone to get up. But here, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm sorry for calling you Dean.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Matai, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you, as well as Katie. Thank you so much for the $5. Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
And why do you support Donald Trump?
I think Donald Trump is one of the presidents that we've ever had that actually has
And wait, how old are you again?
to make moves. 20.
And what's your birth year?
My birth year? Oh,
Yeah.
it's 2005.
Okay, so yeah, you said the guts to do what?
The guts to like make moves in different things that other presidents wouldn't. Like Donald Trump is not afraid to do connections with foreign countries. He's not afraid to do moves that might upset a lot of people, but then at the end of the day benefit.
Okay, can you give me an example, like
Would
specifically?
you example? Yes, I'll give you an example. Like meeting up with King Jong Un. Like
It
other
didn't get us
presidents would
anything.
not do that.
Didn't get us
It
anything.
doesn't. It doesn't matter if it doesn't get
Can you give us
anything.
one thing
It's
that
just
we
the
got?
fact that he did it. That we got from that.
Yeah,
We
name
got
one thing we
human
got.
human interaction, which made a better relationship between two countries.
Were
that
you on
originally had
Were you on Dean's
bad
live
blood.
earlier?
Who?
Were you on Dean's live earlier?
No.
I was about to say this. There was a guest on live earlier on Dean's live that was just like arguing that the only thing that he got specifically was human to human interaction, specifically from the engagement with Kim Jong Un, and that's like no actual argument.
No. I'm not saying that that's the only thing they got. But between that human-human interaction, I mean, I will say this: between that, it did fight off bad blood between two countries. I mean,
Can you
that
give
is
me
very
like
true.
something we actually got? Jesus Christ!
That is something we actually got. What do you mean? He allowed Trump to step foot into a country that probably one American steps into every what year?
And what did we get from that? Did we get like a policy benefit, or what did we get?
No, but it works towards one.
And we got nothing. So
You just as of now, yeah, but in the long run, we'll get something from it,
like what?
like some sort of policy or peace treaty.
Like what?
I just said, like a peace treaty between nations.
When is that going to happen?
I can't predict that. I'm not in Congress or anything like that.
It has
But
nothing to do with Trump. So obviously, can you give me like, something he actually did?
you want another thing? Okay, another thing is that he bombed Iran.
And why do you support that?
because they're out of control there and they need to be put in their place.
What do you mean by they need to be put in their place? What the fuck does that mean?
When you have a bunch of leaders that are crazy and are starting to get into use of possible nuclear weapons, they need to be put in their place.
You mean
because they can't be trusted.
You mean Putin?
Putin?
Yeah.
Oh, Putin is a lot harder to be put in his place, though, because here's the thing. Putin at least has reason. People from Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan, those people don't have reason.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you think Putin has reason?
He's a way more successful country.
What? In what way?
Military size.
The military being larger doesn't mean anything. What the fuck are you
military
talking about? That was crazy.
Technology.
That was actually crazy. What do you mean he's fucking reasonable? Do you think war crimes are reasonable?
No, but at least they have the military and the technology and scientists and government to back it up.
They have all of that in other countries in the Middle East as well.
Okay, I believe that. Not Iran, Iraq.
In Iran, they do.
Nope.
Yeah, they do.
No, I'm sorry. You're completely wrong.
Okay, name one metric that Russia has better than Iran other than military.
Electricity, technology.
In what way?
They're more advanced.
And okay,
like let's look at you look at a map of Earth.
So okay,
you can see that Russia is way more lit up and way more advanced through looking through space than Iran and Iraq.
So that doesn't change you have the level of reason you have, you fucking idiot.
That means that they have smarter people there.
No, it doesn't.
To make smart decisions.
The fuck,
yes, it does.
dude? No,
yes,
what?
It does.
Dude, honestly, I'm gonna kick you off the live. That's fucking crazy. Him arguing that like it means that they have smarter people is actually such a fucking insane take. Insane take. He's just gonna argue that places that have lower GDPs are just like fucking dumber is nuts. That's actually nuts.
I'm a little fucking human being.
Katie, thank you for the pound. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Katie. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We're still waiting for people. We got like a little bit less than an hour until we get my third account back. So hopefully we can figure out something by then. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. I would really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it. Like the stream. Let me see. When do we get the main account back? Let me see when we get the main account back, chat. Caleb, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it, Caleb. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. 2 days ago. 6:32. 2:25. Oh, I get it back tomorrow at 6:32. Great, dude. All right, we gotta wait, everyone. If you're on YouTube or if you're on TikTok, do make sure to send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter. We have like no guest requests right now from debates. It's getting really annoying. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Let's go on to the next person here.
Whoa. You.
I'm going to need more elevation. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Eric, weren't you already on the live?
Yeah, I was. You wanted me to look something up and come back.
Okay, what'd you look up?
Well, my bad. It took me a while because I didn't realize this wasn't your account or something, and I was looking on your account and couldn't find your live.
Okay.
Oh, it was just about the tariffs and how they negotiate deals with countries, right? To replace the tariffs. One of them was a perfect example. Is with Japan, right? Trump lowered the tariffs on Japan more than any other country, really.
And what was the tariff on Japan prior? And what tariff
Prior
did they have on
to,
us prior?
so what? That's a different conversation.
That's
But
what I asked you for, isn't that?
no, you asked me
What
for
do
an
you think the
example
$5?
of how the tariffs. Because you said the tariffs are not going to bring like manufacturing back or something like that, right? Well, we were getting into a long conversation, really, what it was, and that eventually it got to the point to where you want an example of how the tariffs work their way into trade deals for the long run, right? And I told you I couldn't give you any examples at the time, so I looked real quick.
Okay, well now look for my new thing.
Look for what?
Look for the new thing.
Yeah, for Japan. Oh, for the new thing, which is the tariffs before Trump?
Yeah. You said he lowered it, so you have to know what the tariff was prior and then what it is after.
No, I mean he lowered them since he raised them.
Okay, well then that's not good. That's nothing
Why is that not
beneficial
good?
because it's just putting us in a better position than the worst position he put us in. Meaning that
No.
we're still in a worse position.
No, that's not how it works. Okay, so he puts tariffs up, right? And they cause hurt, right? And then that forces trade deals to take effect, which lasts in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm waiting for
And the trade deals,
What do we get for the trade deal?
$500 billion in investments.
Man, we
And,
think the $5. Okay, and we didn't have that prior?
No, we did not.
Okay, can you give me a source?
Yeah.
Alrighty. In the meantime, while he's looking that up, everyone, if you're MAGA, type it in the comment section right now and we'll bring you up.
I have the link right here. Well, I sent it in the
Just
chat.
what's the title?
It's routers.
No, what's the title?
What's up?
Yo, what's up, how are you?
20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
What'd you say?
Do you support Donald Trump?
Hell yeah.
Why so?
I just believe that he's more than a politician. He's sort of like a businessman in this century.
Okay, can you name one good businessman with 6 bankruptcies?
Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates.
He doesn't have 6 bankruptcies.
Well, you got me there.
Okay. Can you name one policy of Donald Trump's that he influenced to get passed that you like?
The fact that he's trying to make everything in the U.S. now.
What policy is that?
The tariffs.
Okay, what specific tariff?
The one where he's cutting off supplies from China.
So tariffs on China. What percent?
What percent?
Yeah, what percent tariff do you support?
What does that mean?
What percent do you think the tariff should be?
Probably full 100. You'd get way more quality stuff.
100? Why is stuff not quality from China?
It's just cheaply made.
Not
it's
true.
It's just a wash. I can promise you.
Well, I want to promise
cheap.
you a lot of the stuff that you buy is from China that you think is totally and 100% high quality.
Nah, not really. Not anything on the TikTok shop where you're just
By the way,
drop shipping shit. No.
That's not what I'm referencing. A lot of the stuff you buy is from China. I just want to let you know.
I can understand that, but half of the shit isn't really that quality.
Okay, well,
I know you know that.
If they're not quality, why are American consumers buying it? Are you saying American consumers are choosing to buy lower quality items? Why do they do that? Are they dumb, under your view? They're choosing purposefully to buy goods at the same price that are lower quality. Is that what you're saying? No, that's not obviously not what it is.
It really is. If you were to like buy let's just say like a water hose attachment, but you get this one from China, right? Just quickly off of Amazon. I think it's just quick. Most Americans are just trying to be quick. You're not really looking for quality stuff, especially right now. Things are pretty expensive. But then you get this one that's made in the US. It has like 6 different modes, arrives quicker. You're supporting.
None of these
Technically,
things are true necessarily. So I just want to let you know. All right, you say America is so better. Why don't people buy American-made goods at a higher rate then?
what is that? Why don't Americans buy?
If America makes such great goods that we can sell, how come Donald Trump's complaining about the trade deficit?
Repeat that again. Sorry.
How come Donald Trump is complaining about the trade deficit if it is the case that we make such amazing goods?
The trade deficit.
Why is his own products that he has specifically at his gift shops, right, at Trump hotels, why are they made in China? Why are they not made in the US?
Couldn't tell you why. It's probably just because he's trying to be quick as well.
So is
But
he
it's
down?
not really. No, I just think it's.
And by the way, if
if
he does that with buying products for his gift shops, why wouldn't you do that in terms of policy for President of the United States?
Where do you even cite all this information? Like that shit just doesn't even make sense.
What specific information? I'll give you the citation.
You're talking about how he buys stuff from China himself, right?
Yeah. I went there and I literally took a video of the products saying made in China on them. I'm not trolling. I have a video on my account of me doing that. It has like 1 million views.
I think if everybody as a whole went into making things in the US, we probably.
Maybe Trump should start with that. Instead of forcing everyone else to do that, how about he starts doing it his own businesses first? I have a question. Would you support Donald Trump if you were held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating a woman's vagina against her will?
When the fuck?
Yeah, would you vote for Donald Trump if you were held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating a woman's vagina against her will?
When was that?
I'm just asking, would you vote for Donald Trump if he were held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating a woman's vagina against her will?
Probably not.
No?
But has he been found?
He was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating a woman's vagina against her will, so why do you support him?
When was that?
He did this in 1996.
So 1996.
Yeah. Emily, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. Alyssa, thank you for the $1. Chocolate fudge brownie, as always. And then Sydney, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you.
I'd like to talk about those bankruptcies.
Yeah. So what about it?
All right. So do you know the differences, the type of bankruptcies Donald Trump filed?
Yeah. Obviously they're business ones, but I'm not disputing the type of bankruptcies that he filed for. I'm saying the types of bankruptcies that he's filed for at the level in which we've seen it, right, is evidence that he's not a good businessman.
The casino that failed in Atlantic City?
His casino failing is definitely not good.
Okay, so the thing is that his bankruptcies were reorganizing debt, right? They weren't like where you bankrupt yourself and then that's it and you get out all this money.
Then why don't
And
we
the
see
Atlantic
other
City is
good
high risk, high
businessmen do it?
reward. Donald Trump, the casino in Atlantic City was high risk, high reward because Atlantic City was never a safe bet.
So again, that's not the only context we can reference. Trump University and airlines and stakes and etc. But like
I can talk about it.
But like that's something that demonstrates a common narrative of him failing, right? The reason why he's in the position he is because half of his net worth is from True Social, and he inherited $400 million from his dad, accounting for inflation.
400 million?
Yep.
I think it was like 250,000.
400 million, accounting for inflation.
Okay, well he's worth billions right now.
So if you inherited $400 million from your dad, do you think you'd be a billionaire?
Honestly, I'd really have to see that fact on that one, on the 400 million, with consider dollars to today. You know.
Look up Trump inheritance 400 million.
I can look it up.
A lot of companies, it's like a strategy to file for a certain type of bankruptcy.
Name one good businessman that has 6 bankruptcies. Name one other billionaire that has 6 other bankruptcies.
Well, you'll see billionaires talk about how they failed many times before they became successful.
6 bankruptcies? Name one billionaire with 6 bankruptcies.
I'm pretty sure Facebook and Meta have gone into bankruptcy.
Well, I don't know about Facebook, but Mark Zuckerberg did have other things that he did before Facebook, but they didn't really pan out.
I'm talking about bankruptcies.
Yeah, well, the bankruptcies that Donald Trump has are not the typical type of bankruptcies. So you're not really going to hear about it from other
people don't typically have 6 bankruptcies.
People typically kind of have. People typically also don't have like hundreds of businesses, you know?
So I don't know what your point is. They also don't typically inherit $400 million from their dad. I have a question. Reconnected. Can you name a single Trump policy that you like?
Let me think for a second. The deportation, although I'm not fond of alligator Alcatraz, the deportation is supposed to lower the fact that we have so many undocumented people.
Well, that's not a policy.
It's supposed to help our
If you're
taxes.
referencing it, why is mass deportation good?
Because if you were to run a business, right, you would basically be paying these people under minimum wage. Not only is that just almost supporting like lousiness, kind of going back to like the whole reason why the China tariffs are happening. How it's just kind of lousy to just drop shit, just a bunch of shit made from China and just plaster it for $60, although it's 2 cents. But if I were to start a construction company, I could pay all these people under minimum wage. Basically have them.
Can you repeat my question?
What Trump policies do I like? What about mass deportation?
Why is mass deportation good?
Well, so I'm telling you, if I were to start a business, a construction company, I could pay all these people under minimum wage. So I'm not even filing that I have workers. And then half of the workers that I am paying, it just makes everything
so then you would support mass amnesty so that you can't hire people at below minimum wage, right?
Mass amnesty?
Yeah, so like anyone in the country who hasn't committed a violent crime or bad crime should be given a pathway to citizenship so that they aren't exploited.
I guess so. But we already kind of have that. You just have to file, although it takes
5 to 7 years on average, and there's a threat of mass deportation. If you're in the country undocumented, you don't have a pathway to citizenship, right, without having to leave the country. You have a threat of deportation.
I can answer this for you.
Go ahead, try.
Okay, so with deportations, it really just has to do with assimilation into a nation, right? You've heard of that one before? I'm sure.
I've heard of assimilation. I don't think that the idea of assimilation is something that people should have to hold to.
You don't think they should have to what to it?
I don't think that people should have to assimilate. I think that's
Why
ridiculous.
not?
Right.
Well, see, look, Mexico is the way it is because of their values, and we are the way we are because of our values. And if we
what values are those? Tell me what values are those?
Well, Mexico is typically a Catholic country.
Tell me 3 core American values.
We're a Protestant nation, right?
So you named one, Protestant.
No, well, Protestant has a bunch of values within it.
So name 3 core American values.
That's kind of, I've never been asked that question before. With morals are like, there's like hundreds of morals within a culture.
Name 3 core American values.
Let's see, freedom of speech, right? The right to bear arms, and the, Fifth Amendment. There you go. There's 3.
What is the Fifth Amendment?
You don't have to speak in court.
Yeah, and that's what Epstein just said when he got asked a question. Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump alone with
he did.
Women under the age of 18? Or children, sorry.
He did. And he's going to go to court, and prosecutor's going to hit him with all they got. And if they found that he's guilty, he's guilty. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you feel about the fact that he's in the Epstein files?
We had talked about this, but that Trump is in the Epstein files. He could be in there, that they asked him about stuff, and he could have said that, well, because I have heard that they said that they did ask Trump about stuff, and that he was the only person that willingly came forward and gave the most information, and his information was actually helpful.
Who said that?
There was some guy in a video. I don't remember his name.
Some guy in a video.
He was a politician, though, like a Republican politician.
Wow, dude, a random Republican. Dave, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Do you know that Donald Trump said that Epstein actually said that he was bestest friends with with Trump for over a decade, for almost 15 years, right? And it is the case that we can also reference that Donald Trump said that Epstein's a terrific guy and that he likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side.
Yeah. He says people are terrific, like, all the time. People he just met, this guy's a real great guy.
He said he's terrific and he likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side. That's what he said.
I've seen that video where he was passing by and he made that comment. It was more like a dry snitch because that was already after they had fell out.
Wait, repeat what you just said, sorry?
They had a falling out. Did you not know that? Like, he banned him from Mar-a-Lago and bought up all the properties.
What was their falling out from?
Because he hit on one of his client's daughters or something like that at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, wait, to clarify. So then why didn't he go to the police?
Because hitting on someone's not a crime.
Hitting on someone's daughter?
Yeah, that's
How
not
old
a crime.
was the daughter?
She was a minor. But hitting on someone, you have to go to court and prove it. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, you have to prove, like, it was actually sexual.
So Donald Trump literally knew that he hit on a minor and didn't go to the authorities with that information?
What the heck? Did I get muted? I never heard of anybody doing something like that. Doesn't make sense. Because, like, they're just a creep. You know what I'm saying? You don't call the cops on them for being a creep.
For hitting on a minor, yeah, you totally do.
If they actually touch him, yeah,
And by the way, also he's also mentioned in the Epstein files. He also said that Epstein is a terrific guy. He likes beautiful women as much as he has, many of them on the younger side. So it seems like Trump already knew this.
No, so what I said to that, because you had just said that, was that Trump and them had a falling out, and he said that.
Yeah, but it seems like Trump already knew that.
When he said that, yeah, because he had already banned him from Mar-a-Lago. So he said...
No, before that event, he already knew about that. Because he said that Epstein was a terrific guy. He likes beautiful women as much as he has, many of them on the younger side.
That was after he got banned from Mar-a-Lago, though.
That was after?
Yeah.
Wait, so he called him a terrific guy after he banned him from Mar-a-Lago and after he hit on a child?
I never heard him say he was a terrific guy in the video. I heard him say that.
Wait, what you just said was unhinged. You just said he said that after. You said he said that after. That he's a terrific guy after the fact that he hit on a minor?
No, that he said.
Nuts! Yo! Dude, I can't
That's
even
what he said.
believe you just said that he said that after. That's unhinged. Doesn't that indicate more guilt?
You're not even listening, bro.
No, but that what you just said indicates more guilt.
I don't see how that
If
would.
if he said that after Epstein hit on a minor, wouldn't that be indicative of the idea that he was referencing that he was hitting on minors?
Yeah, so he was like, yeah, and I heard he likes him on the younger side. He said it with inflection as to like say.
Hey man, I'll tell you one thing about that Jeffrey Epstein shit. You gotta kind of understand.
1 second. 1 second. Just give me 1 second.
Cool.
Did you get what he just said? Like he just said that it didn't make sense that it was
Yeah,
more
I mean, I
incriminating
understand,
after
but-
the case. If he calls him a terrific guy and he likes beautiful women as much as he does, many of them on the younger side, after he hits on a minor, don't you think he's talking about him hitting on minors and calling him a terrific guy for hitting on minors?
My personal opinion on that shit, you gotta understand that Jeffrey Epstein kind of just came out of nowhere with that shit. Like, nobody knew how he had that much money. He was just kind of there. So I think it was just for publicity. Just somebody asked him a question about Jeffrey Epstein.
Why is Trump in the Epstein files?
You
Multiple
don't know
times.
that.
We do know that.
don't know that.
Yeah, we do know that.
Have you seen the Epstein files? You know what they look like?
We do know that. And
It's a string of numbers, so we'll never know with who the names are attached to. So you gotta. Did you see that? The flight log?
So we do know
The real
that.
flight log. Not the fact that he hung out with him outside of the island. The real flight log to that fucker's island. It's just a bunch of numbers. You'll never even know. It's like F4208H. Like, you'll never know who the fuck that is.
So we do know. We do know that he was on the files. He was briefed of this months ago.
How?
The Wall Street Journal reported on it. That was just happened today. So obviously you don't know. It's okay.
But I'm talking specifically about the flight logs. I'm not saying that he hung out with Jeffrey. Like, he probably hung out with Jeffrey Epstein outside of his island, not going to his island.
No, we're talking about him being in the Epstein files.
That's a very blanket statement.
Okay, so you don't mind who's on the Epstein files? Catherine, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I mind who's on
Thank
the
you so
flight
much.
log.
I know it was over a real estate property. They just randomly made that up, and I let them run with it.
I mind who's flying to that island, but who's just associated with his ass. You never really know.
No, we're talking about the Epstein files.
What would that be?
Just tell me why isn't Trump releasing the Epstein files?
I gotta agree with you on that one. Little fucking weird. Although I support him, I think he's good with money.
What do you mean little weird? Like, why is he not?
I think it stems from a lot of the fact that we have some stuff that fly over your head, to be honest.
What?
I think it just be some stuff that fly over your head, but that's where I'm gonna leave it at.
I don't see how that was a response to what I said. What did I just say? What was my question?
You said that's a little weird, and you told me to define that.
Define what?
A little weird to me. If you do the math, all right, you look at who Jeffrey Epstein associated himself with. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine, yeah. Wait, who Donald Trump wished well in 2020?
Yeah, I think that's sarcasm from him.
Really?
Do you
want me to play it? He doubled down on it.
I mean, sure, plate, and the cadence that I'm hearing this man say.
Okay.
People saying I'm high. No, I'm not even high.
I am.
It must feel nice.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well, whatever it is. I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't.
Do you want to?
It sounds like sarcasm, and in conjunction,
Really?
I'd like to hear the context of what he was saying after that. I'd like to hear what he was saying after
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well, whatever it is. I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't know. Not aware of it.
Mr. President.
Hey, NBC News.
That was it.
Sounds like she's about to have a court case if she's found, because we don't know exactly where she is.
She already did. She was already found guilty.
My point.
So why does he wish Ghislaine Maxwell well when she was literally known to be like the right-hand woman to Jeffrey Epstein?
I think he just knew that whenever she was found.
Wait. You said that he knew that Epstein hit on a minor, right?
No, that was the other dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I can see where Epstein's kind of a weird fuck. But I think he kind of knew if Ghislaine was found that she would have just had a court case, and he was just kind of like, "Oh, I wish her well, because it's not about to go well for her."
Would you wish someone that was on trial for child sex trafficking well? I'm serious. Yeah, like seriously, like hear yourself. Do you hear yourself?
Like I said, I think he was saying wish her well, because whenever she was found, because at that time,
wish someone who's on trial for child sex trafficking well.
Do you know what prison she's at?
Does that matter?
I can tell you where they put her.
I don't care.
I mean, that kind of, I mean, you seem to know, be interested into this shit, but they wouldn't just put her in maximum security, just like a random prison like that, for such crimes against politicians and people under presidential truancy.
Wait, you mean children? Child sex trafficking? Bro, he's trying to act like child sex trafficking isn't a big deal.
Nah, it's a very big deal, but she couldn't have been found guilty of coercing certain things because it was on an island with no laws. But she did traffic those children to go over to those islands. Saying it's fucked up, but there's some certain things that it probably just fly over your head as to like who even the fuck Jeffrey Epstein is.
She was held accountable for it. Why would you just say that it wasn't on? You said it was an island with no laws. Do you think that there were moral laws?
There's oceans with no laws and islands with no laws.
And did they do something wrong?
Yes.
Should they be held accountable?
In whatever country owns the island.
Should you wish them well?
Like I said, I think that was sarcasm, but all right.
Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Joshua, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Joshua. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream, everyone. I think we have like 2,400 likes. Let's try to get to 3,000, everybody. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch up to the same level of likes we got yesterday, but we can try. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Do you support Trump?
Do you support Trump?
Oh!
Okay, we are just looking for some debates. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Alrighty. If you're Maga, type in the comment section right now. Katie, thank you so much for the $1.30. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. John, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Emily with the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Emily. Can we get some W's for Emily in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Emily. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Jay, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Alrighty. Katie, by the way, I just want to let you know it is a long message. I don't have the ability while I'm on stream to read such a long message. Just letting you know. I can try after the stream, but like if you do send me long messages like that, I just want to let you know I do have a hard time reading the whole message, especially while I'm streaming. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Danielle, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Danielle. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, though, I think it's ridiculous. Like how people just like overlook the fucking misogyny. Like honestly, like they see like Trump supporters just see the misogyny to be secondary. Of it's just okay. Like that's not that much. Like it's ridiculous, and it's so important within their beliefs for them like being able to dehumanize women, right, and dehumanize great victims, right, and not even accept cases like the ones in which where Eugene Carroll has held him liable for sexual abuse. It's sickening. You know, how old are you?
43.
Do you support Donald Trump?
In one thing.
If you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I mean, if I could go back in time, I think I would find a way more comfortable time than.
No, if you could either go back to if you could go back and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Probably wouldn't vote.
You wouldn't vote. So, okay, I'll go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We get the third account back here in, let me see. Should be soon. I get it back in 7 minutes. Sounds good. If you're on TikTok, I'd really recommend to go over to the YouTube channel. I'd really, really, really appreciate it, especially if you can go over there and like the stream. If we could try to get to, like 4,000 likes like we did yesterday, that'd be unbelievable. We're like 1,500 likes away from there. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
1,500 likes away from there. Yo, what's up? How old are you? 1,500 likes away.
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
2005.
And why do you support Donald Trump?
Mainly because his overturn of Roe v. Wade.
Overturning Roe versus Wade. Okay. I have a question. If Donald Trump was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, would you still vote for him?
What does that have to do with the reasoning I presented to you?
Well, I'm just seeing how far you would take that particular position to.
Right. Well, like if you're trying to like test my morality here, like what kind of relativity do these two things hold?
Would you just like to answer the question?
What was your question?
Would you vote for Donald Trump if he were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
If he were held civilly liable for assaulting a woman, would I vote for him as president? I wouldn't agree with the action, but I would still place my vote.
So you'd still support him? You'd still vote for him?
Yeah, and also, can you like contend with what I gave to you?
I just want to clarify my questions first.
Well, I already answered your question.
If you're gonna be difficult and you're not gonna actually answer my questions and engage in a dialogue with me, I'm just gonna kick you because you're being insufferable. I'm not gonna do this I'm not doing this conversation. Like, if you would like to,
I said yes and answered your question. Like, what?
I clarified and you wouldn't want to answer the question. So do you want to clarify
I said yes and answered
So yes, okay. So then, would you vote for Donald Trump if you were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child?
A child?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. You would vote for him if you were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child.
Yeah.
Would you vote for him if you were criminally convicted of sexually abusing a child?
Oh my God. What's the difference between that and the question you just asked me?
Criminal conviction versus civil liability. I'm seeing if you knew for a fact for certain that he raped a child, would you vote for him?
Oh, like for sure? No.
No. Okay, so you do dispute civil cases. Okay, would you vote for? So then, why would you vote for him if you were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child?
Well, it's different. Like if he's held at a liability of that versus like we actually know for a 100% fact that he committed this, right? Like obviously, if we knew that for a fact.
Wait. So do you accept civil liability cases?
I think it depends on the case.
Okay. Well, if someone was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, would you let them be a gym teacher?
Would I let them be a gym teacher? I guess.
You would?
Wait,
he would let people held civilly liable of sexually abusing. Would you let someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child be a gym teacher?
Is it the same where we know like for sure he did it?
I'm saying held civilly liable.
No.
You wouldn't let them? Okay. Would you let them if they were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman? Would you let them be a gym teacher?
I already answered that.
You said yeah. So then, what's the relevant difference between the victim being a child and the victim being adult? That means they should be allowed to be a gym teacher in one scenario, but not the other.
Right. We have to take like the safety of the two individuals into consideration, right? Like the safety of children should take precedence, right? Because they're not able to defend themselves versus like.
I'm sorry. Do you think children are a greater threat, right? If there is a rapist as their fucking gym teacher?
What? You cut out. I didn't hear you.
Do you think children are at a greater threat if it is the case that their specific gym teacher was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you would take their safety into account. If you would take their safety into account, then they shouldn't be allowed to be a gym teacher if they're held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman either.
Well, yeah, I said no for children.
You said they shouldn't be allowed in the context if they were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child, but if they were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, you said you would allow them, right?
To be a gym teacher, yeah.
But I just showed you that you still think that the kids are at threat if it is the case that the gym teacher was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman.
Okay, Parker, yes, you showed me that. Now, can you contend with the assertion?
So then why did you contradict yourself?
Parker, I didn't. I explained it to you, and you're just not accepting the explanation. So
I did show you how you contradict yourself. Do you want me to play back the audio?
Yeah, Parker, go ahead.
Okay.
Play back the audio. And then will you answer my question or no?
No.
Are you just gonna keep asking?
The difference between the victim being a child and the victim being adult. That means they should be allowed to be a gym teacher in one scenario, but not the other.
Right. We have to take like the safety of the two individuals into consideration, right? Like the safety of children should take precedence, right? Because they're not able to defend themselves versus like.
I'm sorry. Do you think children are a greater threat, right? If there is a rapist as their fucking gym teacher?
What? You cut out. I didn't hear you.
Do you think children are at a greater threat if it is the case that their specific gym teacher was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
Yeah. Is that it? Oh.
You said yeah.
Okay, is there more? Is that it?
That's exactly what you just said you didn't say.
Well, no, I tried to explain why I didn't like contradict myself because the reasoning I gave was that it's important that we take
Okay, so
the
then
safety
you would take
consideration
their safety
into play, right?
into
Like I wasn't
account.
saying that.
If you would take their safety into account, then they shouldn't be allowed to be a
Yes.
gym teacher if they're held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman either.
Why are you? Yeah, I said no for children.
You said they shouldn't be allowed in the context if they were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a child, but if they were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, you said you would allow them, right?
To be a gym teacher, yeah.
But I just showed you that you still think that the kids are at threat if it is the case that the gym teacher was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman.
Okay, Parker. Yes, you showed me that. Now, can you contend with
So
the
then
assertion
why
that
did
I
you
gave
contradict yourself? Well, I didn't. I just showed you. So you acknowledge you contradicted yourself?
If you want to like move forward with that, we can. Sure.
I'm not doing this. I hate guests like that. Like, dude, it's so insufferable. All right, I'm gonna go join on my third account. Going to my third account, Parker Get a Real Job here on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I would recommend to go over to my YouTube channel, Parker Get a Job. Elida, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube super chat for Diabolical. Thank you. Put some W's for Elida in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Elida. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. W's for Elida in the comment section right now. All right, we're gonna go over there real quick for the 2,500 people. Go over to my YouTube and